and we've gone.
Just hold it up to the camera and see what happens, and I'll skip you maybe. Connecting. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's a dude, topless dude.
It's just someone wanking.
Keep going.
Yeah. Hey, man. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that when she went on to chat with her, there wasn't anyone.
Yeah, old bloke.
Well, because we used to use it at uni, and like it was like a drinking game thing, and most of the people weren't doing that. It wasn't like constant. I think it eventually developed into being like a constant thing. But back in the day when it first started,
What's that?
There's a.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know what that is. It's just a pile of flesh.
Oh no!
Oh, for God's sake.
It's showing us the advert underneath.
As that hasn't seen what was happening in there. Oh, don't keep going.
Whoa. Find a couple more funny ones.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Wait, it's connecting. Just keep holding it up.
Yeah, it's
This is
like
the dude's face.
Yeah, it's a
he's definitely wanking. As well.
balding man. Hold it higher. Hold it higher.
Hiya.
Hold it higher. He's not happy. He's not happy. He's not happy, chappy.
Hello, mate.
Skip. His haircut's like yours, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, that's one thing we didn't talk about in the.
Oh God! No. He skipped. He didn't like it. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crap Movie Club, episode 12, I think it is. And today we're talking about Unfriended, which is a horror film that takes place on a night just like this one, on a web call just like this one, and with a group of moronic people just like this one. By way of introductions, I'm Max, and I'm joined by a man with 718 Facebook friends. It's Jordan.
Hi.
Hi, man. How you doing?
Yeah, doing well. You?
Not bad. You're looking good.
Thank you very much. You too, mate.
Excellent. And next up, we've got a guy with a mere 599 Facebook friends. It's Tim.
For it. I'm hurt by this kind of attack.
What are you doing?
I don't know what it is. What do you mean, what am I doing?
Where the friends at?
On the other computer.
I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I'll start adding more people, Max, just for you.
Yeah, you got to get your game up. And finally, the Knight's Tale superfan has been invited back for another round. He's not got a working camera, so he's really let the team down. But Tom, we are excited to welcome you back.
I'm very excited. I'm glad you didn't go over my my Facebook numbers either, because I'm fairly certain they're much lower than everybody's.
I checked and I couldn't see. You've hidden it, so you're clearly got something to hide. What's going on there?
I have got something to hide, so we'll leave that alone. I'll tell you.
Revenge videos up.
Mine's 413, so I'm I'm trading on Tim.
342.
342. Okay, so me and Tom
rookie numbers.
Me and Tom are scrubs. Jordan, Mr. Popular.
Yeah.
What's the trick?
You know me. Add everyone. Add everyone that comes up as a recommended friend.
Nice. Excellent. Hello, everyone. So we watched Unfriended. What did you guys think?
I mean, I enjoyed the experience.
Really?
No. Well, I don't know. Yes and no. Like, it is an actual bad film, as opposed to Knight's Tale, which is a fantastic film. But
Tom, we don't talk about the film apart to reference
In the past,
Dragon Wars D-War.
So Tom likes it.
Yeah.
I thought it was, for what it is, I thought it was pretty good.
It was a bit jarring at the beginning, being just on a Mac the whole time, but I did end up getting into it.
So
I don't mean I enjoyed it. I was absorbed by it.
Did it fit your screen perfectly, kind of thing?
Perfectly.
Oh, that's cool. That is nice.
Yeah. I full screened it. Just took myself to, because obviously I'm on a Windows, so I had to just pretend momentarily that I was Mac based.
Yeah.
But then I was in. I was straight in.
I mean, it looked terrible on my TV. Like, it did not scale to my TV, so I could clearly see that it was like the inset of a computer screen. Also, I've never used a Mac, so I was very confused by all the buttons and all the noises.
They added in a lot of noises and things like that when things happen on a Mac. Like, I swear it's not.
Oh God.
And they were so loud. Like, they were obnoxiously loud. People were talking like,
yeah.
Comes in.
I don't think I've seen a computer with the, when you click the cursor, when the computer actually makes the noise.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had that on a computer since I was 15 or something, and it was absolutely setting me off every time she
Yeah.
clicks.
It starts to grate so much, doesn't it?
The cursor is like how you see how she's feeling in the film, which is really bad because it's not how someone uses a cursor. It looks like a very, very old person using a computer.
Yeah,
Like the
pretty
cursor's
much.
underlying everything she's reading. She
And
literally,
she like highlights everything really slowly and then like right
Yeah.
clicks and copies it.
Yeah.
yeah.
She's supposed to be
Oh.
like a 17-year-old kid, isn't she?
The
Yeah.
right click to copy was, I think, the most egregious part of this.
Oh, bad.
And she
This is-
she types stuff and then she deletes it and then types it
Oh,
again,
God,
one word different, and then deletes it, types it again. It's like, what are you doing? Just send it.
She did that a couple of times where she typed an answer to her boyfriend, and she would do like really long sentences, and then eventually it was just never mind. Don't worry.
we were getting in her head, man. That's what's going
Yeah.
on. We were-
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, because you guys have all used Macs, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you all used Macs?
Yeah.
She had her start menu on the sidebar. Is that a real thing?
You can move it around. You can move it around.
You can
Yeah.
have it anywhere.
Yeah, it's a real
Okay.
thing.
When I had a MacBook, I put my start bar on the left hand side. It's quite cool.
Interesting. You guys still rocking that, or have you gone traditional?
I'm full Windows now.
Yeah, that's what it's all
I'm
about.
professional.
Very nice. I like it.
All right, we got some key stats. 2014, 62% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Generous.
All right, here we go. So the box office was 64 million. Does anyone know what the budget was?
Do you-
$640.
I do know the budget. Do you want me to actually tell you, or
Yeah, well, it's a
Oh, no,
test.
let me and Jordan guess first.
Yeah.
Come
All right,
on.
I'll go with the real guess. $2 million.
No, I think it's going to be £575,000. Dollars.
Thomas, put us out of our misery.
it was $1 million.
No.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's a
Right, what for?
massive
What did they actually
success.
pay for?
The songs.
What do you think of the video?
You'd be surprised. A film set, you've got cast and then you've got crew.
When you say film set, do you mean their bedrooms?
It was all filmed
Yeah.
in one house. They had a house.
Yeah, but you'll still have a director. You'll still have like a person setting up the room with all the lighting. You'll have like little runners, like scrubs. You'll have catering. You'll have insurance is a lot. Just having like 20 people in one place to do some work, you got to pay insurance. So yeah, I don't know. A million does seem a lot, but then the fact that it makes
Well, it might cover advertising for this film. You never
yeah,
know.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
It
doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's
They don't
definitely
include
sure.
that.
Double the money.
Yeah.
And that's the investment in marketing.
Yeah.
So 2 million for a 64 million return.
Well, actually, I do have a note on the net profit. It was 17 million net profit when all was said and done. Often you
That's
don't get that
mad.
for a film, but still, that's really you don't get that stat like available.
In
But
fairness, they must have spent a ton of money on marketing then.
yes,
If
Well,
the
you
budget for the budget
You
for
also
the film
have
was what?
distribution costs.
Yeah.
and
There's
stuff
also
like that.
very creative accounting
yeah,
going on.
yeah, in all films. But a
Yeah.
lot of the marketing was like YouTube based and online stuff, obviously. So yeah, they must have spent a lot on that.
I do not remember this film coming out at all.
I think I do.
I do not
I
remember seeing
remember
anything
the-
about it.
Dreadful trailers that just
Yeah.
made me think, oh, I'm definitely not going to go and pay to watch it.
Like the classic, like who's doing this shit, and then everyone put their hands up, and then the thing comes in.
Yes,
Like,
I
that's the
remember.
thing I remember about the adverts.
Yep. 83 minutes, which is pretty reasonable, and it kind of
I was-
it doesn't drag.
I was very glad when I saw
Enjoyed
the
the length of the time of that film. That
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I
Kept me
enjoyed that
going.
it was short, but I disagree with the dragging bit until about, I thought an hour, but you told me earlier that's wrong, so probably 40 minutes-ish. Not a lot really happens.
See, I only thought it started dragging towards the end when
I
a
thought
few
the
of them
worst bit
had
was the
a.
end. I was like, just let everyone
Yeah.
die already. This is getting so long.
Yeah.
and
I
slow.
was watching it on my phone whilst doing work, so the first 40 minutes were
I quite enjoyed the
very
beginning.
boring for me.
I hate it
The,
all pretty
the
much.
beginning bit was terrible.
Not the very beginning bit, but like the
They were
first.
trying
third
to
of
do
the
like world building on a Skype call.
Yeah, they're like, hey, did you get tickets? Yeah, I got tickets. You don't. They never say what they got tickets for.
Yeah, but what's better, the balcony or the mezzanine? The
Yeah,
balcony, wicked.
wicked,
It's
cool.
like a conversation. Imagine if they'd recorded that as like one of our calls that we have.
Oh, it'd be worse. It'd be even more boring.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Judging by what we tried to start this recording with.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, to be fair, that was painful.
Abomination.
Yeah.
Production took 16 days total, which is pretty quick, right? But
That's pretty
I guess what else is what's going to take very long? It's just sitting in front of a laptop and jumping around screaming.
Yeah, and there'll be. I guess half of that was at least was probably like editing and doing effects.
You reckon they finished the whole film
Effects.
in 16
Effects.
days?
Yeah.
What effects are you talking about?
What do you mean?
When
All
it
the like
glitches,
glitches and
man.
stuff throughout it. Like,
Yeah, that's true,
afterwards.
actually.
Yeah.
And the best glitch was obviously during the like opening credit bit.
Universal logo.
Where
Oh my God.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
was watching on my phone, thought my phone was freaking out.
Yeah.
I also thought there was a glitch.
I'd unscrupulously found my version of this film, and I thought
It's on
that-
Netflix.
It's
It's on Netflix,
Is
mate.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck! I watched it with Russian subtitles.
Nice.
Hard-coded Russian subs off LimeWire or something.
Literally, I thought it was just the version that I downloaded. I was like, fine. So I didn't read into that as like world building. I thought that was just my thing. Was that part of the film?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Cool.
Yep. All right, cast. This is going to be quick. So directed by Levin Gabriedze, never heard of him, and he hasn't done anything else. Shelley Hennig as Blair Lily, haven't seen her in anything else, and I couldn't see anything interesting. Moses Storm as Mitch, her boyfriend. Renee Olstead as Jess, one of her stupid friends. Will Peltz as Adam, who's Mitch's best friend. Jacob as Ken Smith, he's like the fat stoner guy.
He's the best actor in the film.
Courtney Halverson as Val, who's like another one of her
God, I hated
friends,
her.
and Heather Sossaman as Laura Barnes. Nope, all just nobodies.
Hold on.
Yep,
Her last name's Sossaman.
Sossaman.
We've got a link here to him.
Have we got a link back to Night's Tale where
could
it's
have a link.
Shannon Sossaman is Jocelyn?
Well, I'm finding
Maybe.
out.
Please,
Someone look
finding
that
out.
up.
No,
please
no
do
way
connect
they
them.
related. No way.
I hope. Well, they could be. They were both very wooden
They
actors.
kind of look similar as well.
How do I spell it?
What? Laura Barnes.
Sossaman.
You never really saw her
You
properly.
see her a bit in the before she's passed out bit.
She's drunk.
Yeah, and also Sossaman's not a particularly common name, I don't think.
All right.
Keep
So
talking, I'm figuring this out.
Are you
the
trying to work out how to spell it, Jordan?
Yeah.
S-O-double-S.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm
A-M-L.
there. How would I find out who her family are?
Wikipedia. Come on, man.
Can I-
It's like you know a bit of
fi-
internet before.
find her
like the people that
Facebook.
made this film.
Shannon
Wait, so
Sussman,
Yeah, Shannon Sussman.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. So what's her? She has a sister. She has
So
a.
while Jordan's looking this up, can we talk
okay.
about how Mitch's actor has one of the best names ever? Was he
Jenny
called
Lee
Moses
Lindbergh.
Storm?
Moses
Nah.
Storm.
That's it.
Different person.
Moses Storm, love it.
That's cool, isn't it?
That was a very solid name.
I think there's a little Easter egg in these character names.
An Easter egg.
Yeah, because the main character's called Blair,
Like
What,
the
which
Blair
project?
Witch Project.
and her boyfriend's called Mitch.
Like the Mitch Witch
The
Project.
Blair Mitch Project. Hey,
Blair Mitch Project.
the Blair bit is definitely a reference, an Easter egg, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it must be.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
Why didn't they call
100%.
one of them Project?
Nice.
Project.
The glitchy screens were annoying, and they started to really grate and get. It's quite overdone,
my
isn't
God.
it? Yeah.
I do not remember Skype calls being that glitchy.
I think they were.
Did you have a paranormal ghost hacking into your cycle?
Yeah, trying to kill your
Yeah, I'll be
family.
honest,
Because
so
like
that's-
The point of it that she was like trying to like interface with their camera.
that's not why they were glitching. Like like how it would freeze and then merge
Yeah,
about a
that's-
bit.
Wasn't that her
That's
like?
part of the
going-
Well, I don't know. I think I'm not sure the
Interesting
ghost
doing
was. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm not sure the ghost was causing the glitches. I think it was just like the technology was just doing it for like
Yeah, I think they were trying to show you like this is
No.
technical.
build tension.
It's definitely the ghost doing the glitches.
Yeah, I'd agree with Tim.
It's definitely not
100%.
the ghost in it. Okay,
It is
okay.
because
But they
I
happen
mentioned they
at
were
random,
doing
like when
this
nothing's
on
going
the-
on.
no, they don't. So the little noises, when she gets the messages,
Yeah.
as it goes on, those messages get more. The little like pings get more like garbled and slightly distorted as the film goes on, as it gets more sinister.
Interesting observation. I didn't notice that, but fair enough.
I read a whole article on sound design of horror films.
Oh, really?
I'll take
this
it. I'm
afternoon,
not gonna go back and rewatch it to confirm any of
Yeah.
this, so I'll
I'll
accept
allow
your.
it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that they used actual apps and programs that exist, and they didn't just
Oh,
make up
God, yeah.
ones and say, "Oh, it's like face
Having on
schmuck or whatever."
Squarescape.
Yeah, no, I like the fact that it was real stuff.
It
One bit.
did immerse me a bit more, in fairness. And I can imagine at the time when everything actually looked like that, like when Live Leak looked like that, because Live Leak does not look like that anymore. It would have been a lot more impressive, but now it looks quite dated, and a lot of the jokes they make are pretty dated.
Yep.
That's true. That's the thing, though. Any film like this is going to date so quickly.
That's why you shouldn't make like a completely age relevant, like when they said obvious troll is obvious.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I really enjoyed
it. Oh my God.
One thing that did upset me was the fact that she selects something and goes to search it, and so when you right click on something, you can say, okay, Google search, whatever.
Yeah.
On her thing, it says Yahoo search.
Oh no.
That really upset me because even in 2014,
No one's using Yahoo.
no 17-year-old was using Yahoo to search things.
Jump on Yahoo and Google those gig tickets.
Yeah.
Google. You've just said it.
Do you think Yahoo product placement potentially?
Maybe. Yeah.
She uses Google earlier in the film, though. She uses Google
That's true,
first,
actually.
and goes to Yahoo.
Why? Like, what would
do you
they
think the computer
say
they use?
Sorry, Tom. When they approach these companies, oh hi Facebook, can we use your thing in our film? Yeah, what's the film about? It's about someone who commits suicide through cyberbullying and then comes back to kill the people responsible. And Facebook are like, yeah, brilliant, fine, get it going.
That sounds like good PR.
Yeah.
And whatever's Live Leak literally left that video up while she'd been dead for a year.
What even is Live Leak? It's just a dodgy place. Anyone can put anything, right?
Isn't it like a unscrupulous like news site? So they can like you can put whatever you want there. Like, is it as bad as Ogrish? Is it that kind of level of?
No, it's just like a media video. It's like a video sharing site.
Yeah.
I think it was something to do with Ogrish.
It's just like less policed, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it took over. I think it might be the same company that like shut Ogrish down and then went to Live Leak.
Interesting.
I was saying just before the call started in our kind of warm up about how as like a viral marketing idea, these guys actually uploaded the video that she commits suicide off the back of up to YouTube. And it literally lasted like 35 minutes before it got a strike had taken down. The channel got closed.
Yeah.
So how much do you reckon they put in effort into that? And just jumped up and literally no one.
Well, I don't know.
500 views.
It probably not much. It didn't cost them much. If they had the video, they just uploaded it.
So yeah.
That's true.
I was going to say the director apparently was attracted to the project as it focused on the theme of bullying, and he noted the nature of bullying had changed since he was in school, as the internet allowed for bullies to continue their actions even after school hours. So my question to you is, do you think this film handles the theme of bullying in a positive way that benefits society?
No.
I thought it was quite a good example of like what
could go wrong?
Actually, yeah.
If you see a video of yourself shitting yourself, kill yourself, and then come back as a ghost and haunt your mates,
I mean,
that's the moral. No.
I think so. I don't think it's
the message they're trying to get across.
I don't think it's like a moral tale, but I think I haven't seen any other films that actually show you like, I guess what cyberbullying would actually be.
I think there have been some, and they're dramas. They're not like taking piss horror films.
Like the only example I've seen, you can think of like some things like BBC TV shows where they're pure trash and like not very good examples. They're like loads of messages where it's like someone going, "Oh, you're trash" or something. Whereas this is actually a realistic example of like what cyberbullying would be. It would be a video of someone who shat themselves and passed out. Like that would actually be something someone would get bullied about.
So it has a lot of other stuff in there as well, not just bullying. There's all sorts of themes because their relationship gets a bit weird at points. There's, he has a knife and it gets a bit weird. There's the kid with the gun waving it about. There's, like drug use and that sort of thing. So I would say like an example of a horror film that does address an issue pretty well is Midsummer, and it addresses abusive relationships, right, in a really clever way, where throughout the film, just like the main character, you're questioning like, is it right, kind of who's in the wrong, that sort of thing, and then it kind of crescendos in her making the decision to, and it's stupid, but also like it feeds into what her character does, whereas in this film all those things are just present just as part of it. They're just shown, and there's like, I don't know, it's not done in a clever way that's actually going to make people think, oh, maybe we shouldn't bully people. I think he was, when he was saying that quote, it was bullshit. He was just trying to hype it up a bit.
I think it's hyping up, but it's there's different levels. Like this film is not aiming at the level of like Midsummer or something. Like it's not trying to be like a serious film. It's just trying to be like a kind of a fun, like not light-hearted, but you know what I mean. Like this is a C tier film, and that's what they made.
Oh, it's D
I
tier.
think it's
I feel like
Generous with C tier.
he made a bad film and then realized it was a bit about cyberbullying. Was like, I'm trying to purvey a really good message to the people,
Yeah,
the kids.
that's what I think.
So let your kids go and watch it, all right? Because it's a really good film for the soul. And then you get into it, it's just some like teens, like a guy blending his own chili sauce at his desk.
Yeah.
Like, it's just dumb. Like, why have they got such like dangerous weapons like at their disposal while they're on webcam?
I was going to ask.
I'm loving that, Jordan.
If Laura Barnes possessed you and made you kill yourself right now, how would you what would she make you do in the room you're in now? Jordan first.
Well, I mean, I actually brought a knife in as a joke.
Yeah.
But the thing I would do, obviously, we're in a real crisis at the moment, and I've over-ordered on antiseptic gel, antibacterial gel.
Yeah.
So it would just be me like
The old Trump.
Down it. Oh
guzzling
god.
this gel,
Yeah.
and then perishing from the inside out. The one
Okay.
thing that was supposed to save us killed us.
Fair
and
enough.
that'd be the moral.
Tim.
That would be absolutely revolting.
Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Is he doing it now?
My connection's dying a little bit. I'm kind of dropping in and out a little bit, so I've been a bit quiet. I don't think there's anything dangerous in my room. Like, I think the most like dangerous thing in my room is the floss harps you get where they're like connected a little bit on the stick. That's I think genuinely the worst thing in my room. Maybe
to the eyes.
just straight in there, or I don't know, jump through the glass coffee table I have in here.
Nice.
Ooh.
Guaranteed.
There's not a lot going on in my room, man.
Jumping through a coffee table.
I don't know how that would work.
Tom, how are you going?
I mean, I've got a couple of knives, but they're like pen knives, so it'd be pretty weird. I've got a very heavy cast iron
Take a
table
while.
that's got like a really sharp metal top. So I suppose I could just like bash my head on the sharp corner of this table.
Nice.
That'd be pretty.
That's a
That'd be
weird
pretty.
question, Matt.
Yeah, well, I've got to ask it, haven't I? I've got a bottle of Dettol under my bed, so I'll just drink that. Me and Jordan are going to go out together.
Yeah.
Feels like that. Bristol, like,
Area.
You'll be super clean though, so.
So
Yeah.
clean. No
definitely
coronavirus.
won't have COVID.
Nice. Right. Anything else anyone else wants to say, or should we just try and get through this plot?
Let's fumble through this plot.
Smash this plot.
Yeah.
Smash it.
let's-
All right.
right,
I have not really made good notes, and I haven't read them back and edited them. So we're going to see how it goes. Shouldn't be too long though. And also, like in a normal film, a plot develops by people doing something, having a conversation. Whereas in this film, a plot develops because she, types a word and presses enter or receives an IM. So who knows what it's going to be like? But we'll give it a go.
So that's one thing I want to bring up just quickly.
Yep.
This film happens in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only just realised that's pretty crazy. Like I don't know how many other films happen in real time.
1917.
1917, true.
24. The movie.
24 it does happen in 24. But that's crazy.
It's cool. It's cool.
They kill each other. So 5 people kill each other within
80 minutes.
80 minutes. Yeah.
Didn't really happen,
I mean,
it did.
you can't prove that.
It's found
You
footage,
can't,
Max.
you can't
Okay.
prove that. So
Fine. All right, let's go. So yeah, it's the Universal logo, and it's like how there's the logo of the studio at the start of a film. Oh no, it's crackling. What's going on? Is something wrong with my laptop? Is what Jordan was thinking. Is something wrong with my Russian stream? No, it's just a film because there's a ghost in the machine apparently. So yeah, it's a screen capture, and we're watching someone use their MacBook, and they're looking at Live Link, and it's a video called Laura Barnes' Suicide. In the video, girl shoots herself, and everyone screams, and apparently it's in Fresno, California. Jordan, how does this girl shoot herself?
Let me try and position my camera. So this is my gun.
Yep.
Right. She goes. This is classic. This is classic gun shooting tech. If you want to be shooting yourself, you want to go full arms out extension. Go as far out as you can.
Yeah.
Kind of aim towards your chest, and then fire.
Yeah.
So have as little control as you possibly can for high survivability.
It's a new technique that we've never seen before.
It's a new one.
Very unorthodox. Anyway, so she's dead, and then this whoever's using the computer gets a call from Mitch on Skype, and then we see we are seeing it through the eyes of Blair, I guess Mitch is her boyfriend. It's the Blair Mitch project. She says something. She says she's got to show him something, and she turns on the webcam. It's her toes, and he turns on his webcam, and he's like topless, like slumped, and he's got a bit of like a moob going on. It's quite funny, and they're kind of flirting, like kind of showing off bits and pieces, and it's really cringy, isn't it?
Can you bring up her really deep, like monster voice?
The
that
demon
she's doing?
voice.
Oh, I
demon
forgot
voice
about
she's
that.
doing.
See something?
Yeah.
You want to see something, Mitch?
I don't think she does an impression of one of the guys on Sesame Street. Though.
Guys,
See fields of green. That's all.
And yeah, it gets weird because she's like showing off her legs, and then he gets a knife and starts like jabbing it at the camera, saying like, "Oh, show me that, show me this."
Yeah, you better take that off, unless I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting weird. And she says, "You're adorable and really sexy when you're violent." And then she goes, "Yeah." Then we get some really good like teen drama. I want to make prom night the night. And he's going, "You wouldn't lie to me, would you?" Brilliant. And then they get called by a group call on Skype. And they hang it up because they're getting busy. But then it calls again and it automatically picks up, which is kind of weird. Like, Skype's not meant to work like that, is it, guys? Anyway, it's all their stupid friends being idiots. They jump off camera, they come back, and they're all laughing. Oh, great. And, it's the classic group of American friends. You've got the fat one. You've got the hot girl. You've got the kind of the main guy who's Mitch, and then the main guy's best friend in a backwards cap. Bit like Jordan, that's Adam.
Look at that look.
And Adam cosplay. They're just chatting shit, really, really stupid stuff, and talking about the theatre and if they got tickets. And then Mitch and Blair are IMing each other. And she's like, "Why did you answer the call?" And he's like, "I didn't answer the call." Well, who answered the call? Let's not think about that.
Must be a ghost, winky face.
Yeah, nice. They get in the call, and there's someone else in the call who they don't know called Billy227, and they're all going like, "Who is this?" Like all panicking. Why the F who is this guy?
One of them
Just
actually
idiots.
types, "What the F?"
Yeah,
EFF.
Really upset me.
Just put F.
yeah, EFF.
I feel like it's unrealistic, but then I don't know. Maybe American teenagers are, I don't know, averse to swearing. I don't know. They're really upset.
Why are they
I can't
not
express
averse to wasting letters? EFF.
EFF.
You can just type F.
Yeah, if they're worried about swearing over text, but one of them, they're perfectly happy to threaten each other with knives in a kind of sexual violence thing
Yeah.
on a call,
Then they were raised right.
then it's madness. The world's just gone wrong.
Max, what is the age rating of this film? Could it have been something to do with that?
I have no idea. I didn't check that. I never checked that.
Interesting.
I reckon it.
It's not going to be a PG, is it, Tom?
No, but I mean, like, they could have been trying to make it a 12 rather than an 18
No,
or
this is
something.
a 15 or an 18, 100%.
15. Okay.
All right, so they're all kind of panicking, and they're like, "Yeah, it's right. It's a glitch." They're saying it's a glitch. It's not glitch. That's not what glitch is. And they all end the call and then try and open it again. And while they're doing that, Mitch isn't replying to Blair or something, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry, I got a weird message."
No, what happens is she types to Mitch. Mitch doesn't reply in literally 3.2 seconds.
Yeah,
And she starts going mental. She's like, "Mitch, where are you? You okay?"
yeah. Message after message after message. It's
Like 10 messages. I would just
insane.
be like, "Nah,
yeah.
you're the glitch."
Yeah. Yeah, and then they get the call going again, and the Billy person is still there, and they're all being weird. And then Mitch replies and says, "Sorry, got a really weird message." She says, "From who?" Laura Barnes. Oh, guess what? That's the girl from the video at the start who did the weird shoot herself thing. Brilliant. Then all of a sudden, Blair gets a message on Facebook. So we've got Skype, we've got Facebook open. She's got a million tabs, by the way. Did you see her desktop as well?
Grubby.
Yeah,
Grubby.
really upset me.
That's triggering me. The whole film, that's triggering me. And she said her recycle bin was really full as well. Clearly not. It needs to be more full. Anyway, she goes on Facebook. She's got a message from Laura Barnes. Excellent. Great. What are you watching? She says. Oh, guess what Blair was watching at the start? The video of Laura Barnes shooting herself. That's creepy. Look, and then Blair deletes her Search history.
Internet history.
Why?
That'll fix everything.
Yeah, problem solved. Ah, good. Then, yeah, they're still not... She's not on the call, and then she gets a call from Backwards Cat Boy, a.k.a. Adam. And he's, whatever. They're talking about the glitch again still. It's dragging on at this point, just like this podcast. Mitch IMs her, says...
You know, Max.
No, it's a good podcast. It's a good podcast.
Wow.
Mitch IMs her, says, I don't think it's a glitch. Today's the anniversary. And then he sends her a link to this forum, which is unexplainedforums.net. Pretty reliable source of information, if you ask me. And it's a thread saying, don't answer messages from the dead if you get them. And then she reads one person saying an anecdote about my teacher got a message from her dead husband, and then she died a week later. And then, like, cogs are going in Blair's head. She knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think back to when we were at school, I think we all loved an urban legend kind of thing. I don't ever think we ever thought any of them were true, but they were. People love that kind of stuff.
What?
I think
I can't think of any.
Into it, but you'd have an understanding
Like
that wasn't reality.
one of our teachers having sex with cats was one that was very popular at school.
That wasn't okay.
One of the teachers died on a safari was the other one that I heard.
That was true though.
One of the teachers won the
No,
lottery.
didn't he move to Brazil?
No, that was another one. But one of them did actually die on safari.
I tell you what, the best one was of those was when was it the Rice Krispies or the Frosties kid killed himself?
Yeah.
He did
Oh,
kill
the Frosties
himself.
said they're going to taste great.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He did.
He moved to
didn't.
Africa.
I
No, he
still believe killed
didn't.
himself.
Nothing happened.
He was from Africa in the first place. He didn't move there. And
was
he
not.
killed himself because they bullied him so bad, Max.
Simon
That's
bullied it.
what
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back.
That's what the film was based on.
When he came back, Kellogg Kid 123. Who is this?
Where are we in this plot? She, all right, yeah. She gets messages from a Laura Barnes account, and she goes on unexplained forums, which explains what's happening to us. Basically, the fact that if the dead come back and message you, you're going to die. Whoever's doing this, I'm reporting you. She messages back, and then she starts trying to memorialize Laura's account in Facebook by going to this form, filling out this thing like, oh, when did they die? You know, she has to post proof, so she gets this news article and posts it, like links it, and it says like, oh, it talks about cyberbullying, stupid stuff like that. She fills out this form, takes ages, deleting everything again, clicking on the wrong thing, like she's never used a computer before, and then she tries to click the form and it's greyed out, it won't click, and Mitch is like IMing her as well, and they're like panicking together. And the noise was really triggering, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is when all the noise IMs are really flooding in.
Yeah.
Really unnecessary.
So loud. Literally every sound effect in this film is so much louder than the voices.
Is this also how you... Sorry, Max. Is this how you memorialise a site on Facebook?
I think so. It probably looks a bit different
'Cause-
now, but I'm pretty certain that's how you do it.
Like, if you just send in a website, surely lots of people when they die aren't going to have like a whole website and news stories related to them dying, like a girl committing suicide in the middle of the school would.
Yeah.
It just seems weird.
I think there must be.
Have they made this
ways.
bit up?
Mark
There
Zuckerberg
must be other
doesn't
ways
believe.
of memorialising someone.
No, Zuckerberg thinks that people only die from like big events in the news. There's no such thing as like a natural death in his eyes.
No one dies in their sleep. It's all like mass murders and
It's all
suicide.
horror, ghost related.
What happens next? Fuck.
Well, the form automatically fills in with I gotta.
Yeah.
And she's trying to delete it by slowly highlighting it and then deleting it with the backspace key. I'm like, please just press Control A.
Some very poor IT skills shown throughout this film, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
No hotkeys were used that day.
No.
I got her. Does that have any reference to anything?
Yeah, it's referenced back at the end of the film.
What to? Like how?
The end of the actual video that gets put on YouTube. There's a longer version.
Oh,
and it
yeah. I
shows the
remember.
person that put the video up.
Oh, and then she says, "Yeah, I got her." Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Blair says
That's what
that.
it's referenced to. At this point, it makes no sense.
Good.
Yeah.
Tim's always really good for how the things link together because I often don't link them up or I miss little details. Tim is the best on the podcast at noticing those little things and how they link. Well done, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
That's the only thing I'm here for.
Yeah.
And effects.
He says, refresh the page, babe. It works. And then she submits the form. We get a ding. She submits the form and the computer goes ding. It's like, yeah, you've done it.
All complete.
Yeah. brilliant. That's that sorted. She goes back to Skype, but then she gets a message from Laura Barnes saying, you shouldn't have done that. I want your help. She's like, oh, this must be Val. She asks if anyone's seen Val, and then no one's seen Val. And you think, oh, something's happening here. But no, Val just joins the call. And they're like, oh, there's Val. She's kind of cool. She's like, she's straightening
Is she?
it.
Everyone hates
cool?
her.
Compared to the rest of them.
The whole thing when the lead up to her is every single one of them goes, I hate Val, what a bitch.
Yeah.
The only person who likes Val is Val, and then they let her in the call. They're like, "Hey, Val."
How you doing?
The fact that all of them hate her means she's probably the best one.
That's just classic teenager behaviour, though, isn't it? Like, being catty with each other. It's all fun and games, really, isn't it?
Yeah. No, nothing ever comes from it. No one ever gets upset or hurt. No, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how friends work.
Jess. All right, sorry to cut you off, Tom. Jess. They're all accused Val of it, and they're all saying no, whatever. Val's straightening her hair. They talk about the tickets again. Then there's all of a sudden on Facebook, lots of photos appear on Facebook of Val, and Jess's account posted them. And
Val got wasted.
Val's smoking a bong,
Yeah.
and and they all start shouting and arguing, calling each other bitches.
It's, pretty intense.
So they call each other trashy.
Trashy. Blair tries to defuse the situation by shouting, "Listen, we are not ghetto."
Yeah.
That line didn't sit. That didn't sit with me right. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to go into much more
There's some
detail.
undertones there.
There are some undertones.
2014 was a different time.
Yeah, it's acceptable back then.
All right, here we go. Jess is saying it wasn't me. All the evidence is against Jess at this point. How could she defend herself? But she's acting all cocky anyway. She's trying to
you even accuse me of uploading these photos on my own profile on Facebook?
There's no other explanation, and she's trying to get out of it.
There is Max Ghost.
Yeah, well. Anyway, she's trying to delete them. It won't work. All of a sudden, she deletes them. Oh, it's all good. All of a sudden, they're back. Everyone's laughing again. It was Adam's account this time. And someone shouts, "Did you copy and paste them?" Which made me laugh.
Possible. Yeah.
Not how it works, is it?
Yeah.
Did you copy and paste those? Yeah.
Their Facebook accounts start insulting each other. Stuff about, you screwed the football team and things like that, which was really good. And then finally, Billy227 pipes up. Just says it was me. And this is the best line in the movie. I don't know if Jordan can spill the beans on it. It's the glitch just typed.
The glitch just typed.
Yeah. And then, it's I don't know. That's the bit that was in all the trailers, right? And, Blair does the clever thing, right-clicks on it, looks at the account, and it's Laura Barnes' account. Mitch swears on Laura's grave it isn't him. That's going to come back to haunt you.
Good thing to swear on.
Yeah. And then we get a really good bit. Is it a troll or something? What is a troll? And then they start explaining what a troll is, which is really good.
Obvious troll is obvious.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
God.
when you read an article on the BBC about something to do with the internet, and they kind of
Fellow
miss the
kids.
mark a little bit, but yeah.
Fellow kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you in your backwards cap right now.
You had a little skateboard over your shoulder.
Yeah. Alright, what happens now? Fuck. They all, the things, Billy's typing, they all lift their hands up and at the same time to see who's doing it, but Billy still types. Tim's not joining in.
Cheers, Tim.
There's no button to hang up.
Oh shit.
Billy,
Thumbnail right there, and you've literally ruined it.
I missed the queue entirely.
Get it up.
yeah, nice.
There we go.
The
Val,
delay on my internet's awful.
yeah, it's awful. There's no button to hang up. Val gets sent something. Her printer goes off or something, or and she freaks out, and she starts shouting that she's going to call the cops, and she starts threatening to burn Ken alive, which I thought was a little bit of a.
These kids seem really messed up.
Very intense.
Yeah, I think they're
Just,
very
throughout the film, they're
mentally
all
disturbed kids.
pretty dysfunctional. I don't like it. It takes away from the ghost side of the film.
And you know why I think this? Where are the parents? Has anyone asked that? Because throughout
Because later in the film, Adam's sprinting around his house, screaming.
with a
Well, so
gun.
we
Gun.
We know Adam and Blair's dads are both out drinking together.
That's it. That's all we get.
That's
I
it.
think it's Mitch
The other
and
ones,
Blair.
is it Mitch and Blair?
It's
'Cause
Mitch
they
and Blair,
they
yeah.
are screaming and shouting.
Yeah.
And
Smashing things.
I don't know
running
how
into the.
big
When
your
I was
house would
that
have
age,
to
if
be.
that was at my house, my mum would be like, "What? You just shut up."
Yeah.
Yeah,
This isn't
Well,
possible.
it's mad.
Yeah.
Also, Ken is taking massive hits on his little pipe. I think he has a vape and a pipe.
He has a vape
Yeah.
at one point. It's got like a LED in it as well.
And a blender. He's just taking massive hits.
He's got a blender next to his computer.
I love that
Yeah,
he makes
fucking
it really
blender.
clear. He's like, I'm blending this chili.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's going to come back.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Really dumb. Anyway, Val calls the cops and threatens to burn Ken alive. Blair gets an email with a link that says Val plays the game, something like that. There's no forwarding button. They're all like, forward it, you idiot. And there's no button though. She shares her screen. Oh, technology. She shows them and there's no thing. So she clicks the link while she's sharing her screen. It's a message of Val telling Laura to kill herself. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a screenshot of Facebook message that Val sent to Laura when she was live saying you should kill yourself. Pretty nasty if you ask me.
Yeah, very mean.
Ken shouts at the camera that Laura deserved what she got.
So intense, yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of a step up again. It escalates very quickly. Mitch sends Blair a YouTube video of Laura Barnes doing a sad thing with some paper where she's saying like, oh, everyone was really mean to me. This is why I did it. Cool. Laura messages Blair and says, if you hang up, all your friends will die. Her and Mitch are on a call all of a sudden and not talking, but they're typing to each other. That was weird, wasn't it?
There were lots of bits, like when she was opening up other chats or other windows, you could still see people talking in the background, but none of the sound came through.
Yeah. It was super quiet.
Yeah, they cut out the audio when they're
They
typing.
cut out the audio of everyone else talking, and you could just see them like chatting in the background, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It kind of made the film feel really odd. I guess
It
it's
did.
a bit of tension, but it didn't really work.
Yeah.
There was a couple of other bits just on that where she's on conversations with people, but flicks to what looks like, I guess that's what the iTunes looked like back then. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
And she just puts on music
Oh, they're
a
on a
couple of
call.
times when other people are
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
That's
how
mad.
can you concentrate on anything that's happening?
That's what
None
it
of
is.
them have headsets either, so you'd be hearing so much echo and stuff like that, I swear.
Yeah. A bit like one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing that got posted on Facebook of Val telling Laura to kill herself is public, and all these people start commenting on it, saying, "Oh, Val, you're such a bitch.
monster."
Or, how could you do this?" Brilliant. On the Skype call, it all of a sudden cuts to Val. She's frozen, so her screen's frozen. They try and call her, they can't get through. All of a sudden, the computer falls and hits the floor.
I don't think it isn't frozen. That's the
isn't
thing.
frozen.
She's just sat
You
still.
can hear the
She's
dog.
just sat with her eyes open, staring.
There's something in
into
the
thing.
mirror. They're like, "Oh, in the mirror, can you see that? What was it?"
I
The mirror's
did not get that.
broken because that's what she's used to kill herself.
What? I missed this.
The
Explain
police then
this.
turn up. So the mirror's broken as if someone smashed it,
Yeah.
which I assume she's then taken a bit of the broken glass and killed herself with it. And that's why
Right.
she then just flops.
What? So, what do you think she's
Computer
done?
flicks off and the police
just,
turn up,
she's just cut her.
slit her wrist or something.
Right.
I guess.
Weird.
Okay, interesting.
I like that Brie, whatever her name was, the main character, loaded up the police cosign.
Yeah,
records, all the numbers
that
meant.
bit.
Yeah, so
That was quite good.
all of a sudden the computer falls on the floor, and then we can hear the police coming in. They're shouting numbers, and they're like 343. What's that? And Blair gets up like the police list for the Fresno police, and they're like 343. Oh, that says it's to this, and they're like, oh no, it's this number instead. Oh, that's a suicide. What? And then she starts going, oh, sometimes Val has seizures, and then she Googles seizures. It's like, what are you going to discover that's going to help you?
No, she's. I think she's looking at her emails for an email from Val.
That's true.
about
She's on
seizures.
Gmail looking for. She types in seizures, and it comes
Why are you
up
sending an email to someone about that?
Yeah,
seizures, Valerie, and then nothing else comes up. She's like,
Yeah.
I thought she
Gmail.
Googled it.
Yeah. Gmail surprisingly looks very similar to what it did
does.
then.
aged well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a sign of a well-built product, Tom.
Yeah.
In that bit with all the codes,
Mhm.
there's a bit where she's looking at the numbers, and it's clearly someone's written. They had to write this, make up this fake website, and they've run out of things to say. But some of the other little codes and stuff are absolutely ridiculous. One at one point they look to, it just says head case. I don't think the police are using that as a official
Just
code.
straight head case.
2014 apparently was a different time. Someone said earlier, so. But yeah, I agree with you, Tim. No way. All right, so listen, that's all good. Whatever, it cuts out. She's dead, but they don't know she's dead. Billy IMs them. No, she types a message on Skype, says they all have secrets. She's going to expose them. And she sends a picture of Blair and with her is Adam topless with his arm around her. Adam's the best friend of Mitch, so this is outrageous.
Yeah.
Then another picture comes through. The first picture was a smaller file size than the second one, much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The first one takes about 30 seconds to download. The second one, which is smaller file, loads in about 1 second. So that's an inconsistency that didn't sit right with me.
Also, she never stopped sharing her screen.
Oh.
No, she never stopped sharing her screen. I think they all get different images, Max, as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Mitch doesn't start freaking out because they clearly all look at something, because they all then go back to the video chat and they're kind of like, oh no, he does say no one accept it, but the others seem to, because what's her face, the blonde one? Jess? Is it Jess?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She looks like quite
incredibly
like.
annoying.
So you think they all get things that
what you're saying?
you think they all get things that are specific to them?
That's what I read
'cause
into
then,
it.
Oh, I thought.
because then they kind of then go into the Have You Ever game,
Okay.
and half the stuff's linked back to that. I guess I don't know. This bit.
Wait, that's
This section's terrible.
I know the Have I Ever
This
is
is where I
further on,
started
isn't it?
paying more attention.
Yeah,
to the
it's
film.
it's soon. All right, so yeah, Billy says they're going to play a game. They all mute their mics and try and call each other, but Billy just unmutes their mics. Cool. Ken is trying. Ken's like, guys, I've got this. Listen,
Ken
you
is
just
the
have to.
hacker man.
Yeah, it's time to hack. Basically, this guy knows his way around a computer.
Download this DMG file.
Yeah.
To sort you out.
He emails them
Don't
all.
they keep asking him to, like, saying Ken can track the IP down and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
they,
Yeah,
they're
look up their
saying
IP.
they're saying things that aren't the actual thing they need to do. But Ken sends them all a file, and he says they need to install it. They need to run a scan and then empty their recycle bins. That's going to get rid of the problem. Not sure how that would work, because if there's someone on a Skype call, they're on a Skype call. It's not because of something on your computer. So yeah, it's tense, right? Because they've all got this timer that's scanning their computer, and they were like, oh, and then one by one they're like, yeah, I've done it, and they're like, yep, and then Blair's the last one left because her computer's just in state, just delete anything. And,
No, she's got. She has to cancel out of QuickTime because she's been watching a Hannah Montana live performance.
Sure.
I think it is, which really got me. I was like,
Unnecessary detail.
He essentially sends them all an antivirus.
Yeah, it's called Trojan Scanner or something.
Yeah, it
Trojan
looks like
Destroyer, isn't
something.
it?
Yeah, it looks like something he has made.
And he's going like, oh, didn't you want to play a game? Didn't you want to play a game? It's just a game. It's just a game.
Yeah. He's talking
It's like-
trash, saying, Billy, we got you.
It's 2014. People had just regular antiviruses they could have just
Yeah,
used. Surely, I don't
Norton,
know.
get Norton going.
Yeah. Just fire it up.
Do you guys use antivirus? I don't have anything. I think Windows 10's
Yeah.
good now. Windows 10's
good.
pretty secure.
I have got one though.
I have got one
I've
as well.
got
Yeah.
an extra one as well.
Right, so I'm going to die to Billy. Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
you're going to be
Max, you
murdered.
don't have an ad blocker, so let's not.
No, I got one now. I got one
Yeah.
now. During the stressful period where it's all doing the countdown, Adam pulls out a gun, which is pretty insane. Billy.
Oh my god, that was wild.
Oh, and the funniest thing about this whole thing is that it works, and Billy gets kicked out of the call when Blair's scan completes. They mess it, and they're all like, "Yeah, good job, Ken. Yeah, we did it." Their friends, Val's literally dead, but they've forgotten because they're having a great time now.
Yeah, they've got over that
They
already.
take that in their stride really well.
Yeah,
don't they? I didn't
they've
realise
solved the
that.
problem.
It's
Not
fine.
give a shit.
Then Mitch and Blair, and it turns out their dads are out drinking together, having a great time. Adam calls the cops and explains what is happening, and they ask for Val's address, and he gives it to them. This bit's interesting. Then the cop lady asks if everyone is safe, and he's like, "Yeah, everyone's safe." And she goes, "Even Ken." And so that's Laura
Yeah.
Barnes on the phone, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
really
they
good.
just says don't hang up or something.
Yeah,
Don't hang up.
Yeah.
Billy turns the webcam on for their little person that's in the call, and they realise, and it's behind a grating, and they can't see. Ken stands up, and they see a little bit of movement. They're like, "Oh, Ken, what's going on?" And Ken starts rustling about. He finds it. He stares at it for a bit, and then the camera freezes, and then the call drops for everyone, and Billy messages them something. Okay, and then all of a sudden they're back in the call. And it snaps and it cuts to Ken's camera, and he's thrashing about, and he's hitting his head on the desk, going crazy. He puts his hand.
Ken.
Ken, the fat guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He puts his hand in a blender, which is probably one of the most disturbing images of this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was it. Yeah, he has the worst death.
Then he puts his throat on the blender.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he goes like.
Oh, does a blender work
Yeah,
if you take the cup bit off?
No,
Yeah.
they've lots
Some
of stuff
blenders
on.
do.
Yeah, it
I
does.
think.
Yeah, it does.
Shh, why? Why would you want your blender to be able to do that? Literally a
I
spinning
You could
blade on
chili
the.
on the go when you're at your desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't be fiddling around with lids.
You could like have it going on the desk, and you could get a cucumber and like feed a cucumber into
Put it in.
Yeah. It'd be
Did
bits
we-
flying everywhere.
Do we miss the fact that the camera, them trying to figure out where the camera is, just looking at him, and he's going
Yeah,
around
yeah.
his room trying to figure
Yeah,
out
I said about that. Yeah.
how messy his room is.
Oh, it's-
Oh,
no.
we've lost
Oh, we've lost
Oh,
Craig.
we lost Craig.
Craig's gone
Oh,
into the spare
God.
channel.
Oh my
No
god,
way.
guys, this is
How's he
it.
done that?
Why is he going to the spare? Oh,
What?
Craig, hang on. He
Oh. Who's doing this
he's
shit?
doing this shit.
he's
Not
doing
me.
it.
Not me.
I think he sent me a file, so I think he just has a hard time.
So we just start recording
So I'll
again.
just get him back in. Yeah. Oh
Cheers,
shit,
Craig.
that was.
Craig.
Now
Oh my God,
recording.
The glitch is talking.
Jeez,
the
that
glitch got us there.
that was freaky. Anyway, the bot that records our Discord call left, and it freaked us all out. We thought that was it. Billy was here.
Laura Barnes after us for disrespecting her.
Yeah. Anyway, what happens? Yeah, they find it. Ken's room's really messy. It's disgusting. He's like a slob.
There's one bit in this. What camera is that? Why has he got a camera there in his room? Because there still
Well,
has to be a
Billy put it
camera,
there.
but
Laura put it there. Laura put it there.
Yeah, Laura
It's a
put it there.
ghost that's locked to the internet.
Laura-
It's not
Laura-
a physical being, is it?
Well, it is at
Laura's
the
got
end.
a backpack full of iPhones that she just places around in places
Well-
for a hacking duty.
The ghost can come into the physical realm because at the end she closes the laptop and kills Blair. So she obviously was sneaking around Ken's room, installing a webcam, making sure that there's a network cable going from his bedroom out of the house into the
Yeah.
Yeah. Fiber optic, got a really good connection for it.
yeah.
The street.
Anyway, brilliant. Ken's dead. Val's dead. Then Laura Barnes. What happens? Hang on.
It's never have I ever now, isn't it?
I think we
No,
did.
no,
yeah,
not quite.
They want to play a
yeah.
game, don't they?
Blair starts skipping around all her windows, goes back to the forum thing for a split second, reads some more absolute bullshit.
I mean, she reads the same posts
Yeah.
every single time.
There's it's so dumb. There's knocking on Adam's door, and he's walking around with his laptop like that,
Yeah.
and like saying how scared he is, but he's got a gun, and he shoots the gun at some point.
Does he?
Yeah, he fires it off.
What? I do not remember him shooting
Yeah,
a
he
gun.
fired like a gun out of the window or something.
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
somewhere.
God,
It definitely
that's
goes off.
insane.
Billy messages them and asks them all to sit down and shut up. Do you remember the video? It pops up, and the video is the one where she's pooped her pants, and they're all laughing. That's
God,
probably
that
the
is
one that was the final straw for her.
I'll be honest, that's quite a realistic video.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was probably the best bit.
yeah, maybe. They're all saying it's not their fault and begging and pleading, and the Laura Barnes account starts messaging all the screenshots of people of them telling her to kill herself or something like that. Anyway, in the forum it explains some more bullshit about how the ghosts make you kill yourself. Blair apologises to Laura, says they're good people. Let's find out, says Laura, and she says they're going to play the game and the loser die. The game is Never Have I Ever.
The loser die.
And
Loser die.
nah, this isn't how Never Have I Ever works. Because what you're meant to do, you just play it and there's no rules, and then everyone gets bored and maybe you're drunk. They have an actual structured system at play here.
They've got hands, they've got death.
They got lives.
Yeah.
So they hold up their hand. They get 5 lives or 3 lives, and in this, they all play. Why would you do that? You'd be like at many points up to now, you would have closed your laptop and gone and chilled and like watched the TV in the living room with your family, or like
But you
done
die,
something
wouldn't
else.
But these kids
How?
don't have families, clearly, because they never show up in the film.
Yeah.
You? Their own massive houses in suburbia.
There's nothing. If I'm one of these characters, there's nothing making me play this game. I'm out, close my laptop, go do something else. What's going to happen?
No,
So
they're
you'd
traumatized
kill
by
us- you'd kill us all,
Val's
mate.
death.
No, it's bullshit. There's no way a character would keep doing this and would say, yeah, right, I'm going to play Never Have I Ever.
I play the whole way through.
Fair enough.
We just write it out.
Yeah.
All right, they play Never Have I Ever, and the first thing is Never Have I Ever started a rumour Blair has an eating disorder, and it was Jess, the blonde girl. Oh my goodness, you're such a bitch. How could you do that? It's not even true. Next one. Never Have I Ever crashed Jess's mother's car, and it was Blair.
Yeah,
What's worse?
That's insane.
What's worse?
I think the eating
disorder
disorder.
one.
The eating disorder one's terrible. Yeah.
But like the car thing's pretty
that is worse.
mental.
You could
That is pretty bad.
you could start a rumour.
You could have killed someone.
You could start a rumour by accident. Like, oh, Thingy hasn't eaten that. Oh, all of a sudden it's a rumour. That's how rumours work.
That's not the same thing. Someone didn't eat a meal. It's not someone saying, I've got
I mean, it's bad. If you purposefully started that rumour, it's bad. But crashing a car, their mother's car is probably worse. in
When
my
you're
opinion.
drunk as well.
Could you imagine if one of the parties we used to have, one of us had driven and crashed one of our other parents' cars?
Yeah, that's that.
other
That'd be
parents' cars, yeah,
insane.
that'd be terrible.
Yeah, that's worse.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, brilliant. Next one is Never Have I Ever made out with Laura Barnes. Mitch is like, yeah, it was me, and
Yeah, man.
yeah, he goes, and I threw up after.
He's like,
Why is it so horrible?
He doesn't say that, does he?
Yeah, he goes, yeah, and I
he
threw up
does.
like a second later. They're so horrible. Even though she's dead and trying to like get them back, they're still like getting those digs in.
Still,
This poor ghost. This poor ghost. Right. So, Never Have I Ever sold out Adam to the cops. Something about weed or something like that. It was
yeah,
Mitch.
being a weed dealer.
Yeah. Oh, he's going, I was arrested. I was in jail. Like, these kids have had, like, colourful lives. Next one. Stolen $800 from Adam. Something like that.
Yep, that's Jess.
It was Jess again. Jess is not coming out well on this.
Yeah. Adam's getting turned over here. He's getting stolen from. People
Yeah.
he's
snitching on him.
getting imprisoned.
Yeah.
Absolute mug. All right, the next one. Never offered to trade Jess's life for mine. And I was a bit confused at this point, but then, my slow brain started to catch up. So that means before the game, Billy, aka Laura, messaged Adam and said, if I kill Jess, everyone else can survive. Do you want me to do it? Adam must have been like, yeah, go for it.
Adam would have
easily.
said yes
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. So,
I'll shoot on myself.
yeah. And Adam's like, yeah, it was me. And Jess is like, nah, that's awful. Like, if I was Jess, I'm gone. Next one, never have I. No, Adam freaks out at this point because everyone's
Adam's
like,
wasted, by the way.
yeah,
at this
Adam's
point.
up.
Adam's like,
He's got his back
He's
up
really
against the
drunk.
wall. Yeah. He's got his back up.
I didn't-
drinking in this, though, do you?
I was
no,
going to
but
raise that.
he's like fucked by the end of this.
Absolutely wrecked. Because when they're arguing, Blair's talking to Mitch is like, oh, don't worry, he's only crazy when he's drunk. And she's like, he is drunk.
When's he been drinking?
I don't think he drinks at all in this film.
Drunk on power.
There's the gun. He's got the gun. He's like, whoa, I'm in control.
Surges through
I
me.
don't think enough is said in their friendship group about the fact that he just whips a pistol out
Yeah, that's weird. isn't it?
because that's insane.
Yeah. All right. So then, yeah, because Adam's got everyone's, on Adam's case, so he freaks out. He's like, all right, I've got one. How about this one, Billy? Never have I ever had sex. And you're thinking, oh, that's fine. Blair and Mitch, they're going to save themselves for prom. Blair's had sex before.
Oh,
Mitch is
no.
devastated.
Mitch
It's like,
is wrecked.
it's like he's lost one of his family members. He's inconsolable.
Yeah.
So that's that. Billy, yeah. Mitch is fuming. Adam does another one. He's on a bloody good streak now. He says, "Never have I ever fucked my boyfriend's best friend." Blair's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. It was an accident."
That's an accident.
Yeah.
He slipped into me.
Yeah.
Fully erect.
Doesn't she say they did it? They did it twice to make sure as well. That it was
Yeah.
No, later on.
Later on, they get to
That's
actually. Yeah.
insane. What a thing to say.
Yeah, they're all blabbering though, shouting over each other at this point. Next one, never have I ever roofied Ashley Dane. Who's Ashley Dane? Why'd she get brought into this?
Not just roofied her and made her to get an abortion.
Yeah, that's the next one. No, it wasn't at the same time.
No, that's literally the same time.
It's not.
It's not. It's the next
Never
one.
have I.
Where is one go?
He didn't roofie this girl and then wheel
Take
her
her,
into
yeah.
an abortion hospital.
That'd be crazy.
I swear.
They wouldn't do an abortion on someone who's been roofied. You'd have to
Yeah.
sign a document.
No.
And
Is she ready for the surgery?
yeah, she's ready. Gets her hand, signs the document. No. Anyway, the first one is never have I ever roofied Ashley Dane. Mitch roofied. No, Adam roofied her,
Adam.
which is
Adam roofied.
Adam
mental.
did.
Probably the worst thing in the whole film so far. Next one, never have I forced Ashley Dane to get an abortion. And that was, I'm like, what's going on? Adam, this was Adam. And then, yeah, they just start blabbering again about the fact Adam Blair slept together. Adam says, oh, it was my birthday. That makes it okay. Adam goes mad with his gun, and then his printer starts going off, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah.
He gets a thing.
Isn't that where Blair's printer goes off?
Blair's printer goes off, and they've both got bits of paper. Oh, this is going to be
They both
good.
go really quiet.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And they're like, oh, we can't say. And Mitch is like, oh, so angry. He's like,
Another
seething.
secret between you two.
Yeah. He starts shouting. He goes, did he touch you again down there? I thought that was kind of a weird way to word it. Anyway, he starts shouting. It says, showing the picture. Blair whips it round, and it says, if you show this, Adam dies. And then the second she does it, Adam shoots himself.
Instantly.
Oh my God,
Not
it's
like
insane.
that.
Serves him right for
Not like that, though.
holding. Yeah.
He goes for the more nouveau
Pops himself.
technique of pointing it directly at your mouth.
Yeah. The classic.
It's insane. Just blast himself for no reason.
Yeah, they all go mad, and Adam's paper falls, and it shows to the webcam that his said, if you show this off, Blair dies.
Yeah.
Maybe Adam
Why
was
didn't Blair die? Because he did show it off.
No, he just dropped it by accident.
He was already
it by
dead.
accident.
I felt like.
Fine.
We've already found out about Adam that he was happy to sacrifice Jess's life for his own.
He liked Blair. I guess
So
he liked Blair.
Surely he was pretty annoyed about all these things coming out, so he'd just be like, "See ya."
This guy is
And
not
just
a
take
good
her
guy.
out.
He is
Seems
not a good
like
guy.
a dreadful human being.
Yeah, he's a terrible person.
But did he deserve
They
to
all
be
are.
killed? Probably not.
I mean, he's roofing people. He's
Yeah.
he's out there. We say roofing. He's out there
Literally raping
raping
people.
raping teenage girls. So
It's a
Drug dealer.
one man
That is
crime
okay.
spree.
yeah, he's a drug dealing rapist. Like, okay.
Okay. All right. What happens? Billy's got a question for Jess. Never have I ever defaced Laura's grave. There is banging, and Jess goes mad. Blair goes on chat roulette for help.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah,
This whole bit. Is
Something
insane.
confused me greatly. No, to be fair, I guess it makes sense because she must have realised when she called the police earlier, it went through to.
yeah. I guess it does make sense in a strange way.
Because the police turned up at
Yeah, but
No,
Val-
they
Val.
didn't call the police for Val.
Val did.
Val
No,
called
Val
the police
did.
for Val.
Yeah,
This
they
is
called
exactly
the.
what would happen if you went on chat roulette and tried to
Yeah.
ask for help.
Adam called the police, and Blair's like, "You better not fucking call the police," or something. I can't remember what she says. She's like plays along. It sounds like it's the person, and she's like, "Don't hang up."
Yeah. So Jordan, what would happen if you actually went on chat roulette trying to get some help? Because we had a look at chat roulette before the episode.
I mean, aside from just loads of knobs, there would just lots of masturbation, which you get a lot of. There would be people who are like trying to find girls to date, like the two guys that she ends up speaking to for a little bit. She's like, "Please send help," and they're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll send help." Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly what would happen.
Exactly what you'd get.
Yeah.
And then there's that genuinely very concerned woman.
Yeah. Well, if you did get a guy jacking off, he's only using one hand. He could still grab the phone and call them for you. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm thinking she is screaming down the
Yeah.
mic. That's all the people are just like, Jesus, right? Turn it off.
Yeah.
skip
That's good. Yeah. There's a few guys that are like. Yeah. So here's what happens. She goes on chat roulette to try and find someone to help. It's two guys. They skip her. Then it's another dude skips her. A random girl skips her. Two kind of European guys, and they're like, "Oh, hi, yeah, how you doing?" They skip her after a while. They get bored. Then she gets another guy. Really helpful young man, actually. I think it's young man. Yeah, it's young man. And he.
What, the one that calls the police?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's a girl. That's
Okay,
Clearly a
I
woman.
apologise.
Yeah.
I apologise.
Clearly a woman.
such a nice young man. Just a
I'm
really
sorry.
handsome
A young person,
man.
a folk, and
Very good press on
that's
him.
all. I hope they never watch this. But yeah, very helpful. Does an excellent job. Calls up the police. You know, being very calm, gets the information, passes it along, clarifies everything. Perfect job. What more could you want?
So I thought this bit was going to be some kind of like hoax by Laura, because you said about not using the phone because it's then she's controlling like the whole internet at this
Yeah,
point.
she is the
Surely she can see her using chat roulette.
She's an
She can control the
omnipresent
internet.
being.
Yeah. Well, she can also
Seemingly
produce
is.
live video streams out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her powers
How
are
did it get-
limitless.
Yeah, she got a camera into Ken's room.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That's the peak
That's
of
the
her
bit.
powers.
Yeah.
We never really get a handle on what powers are happening here.
It's not defined. All right, police are on their way. Really good job. Cut back to Jess. All right, yeah. All of a sudden, the call kicks in again. We see everyone. Cut to Jess, who is like dying with the hair straighteners down her throat, which is
Oh my God,
probably
that is
the
mad, by the
second
way.
the second most gruesome image of this film.
That's mad. I
sizzling.
don't know. Because I don't. Is it a hair? Is it a curler? I think.
curler.
Straighteners, yeah,
Yeah,
straight.
curling tongue.
Yeah. So it's like, I can't. That would be so painful. I can't even imagine.
Because with straighteners,
Well,
there's two plates that are hot, right, like
Yeah.
that. Whereas
Yeah,
with
it's just a-
curlers, it's just like a
it's
big
just-
piece of iron.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
straighteners
Nah.
No,
Those tube straighteners wouldn't burn her
because she
mouth
had to
that badly,
straighten
I
out
think.
her act. I thought that was the pun. But,
Shut up.
Max, that's awful.
but yeah,
That's the message of the film.
yeah, she's dead
Yeah.
basically. Whatever. And
She's
then
donezo.
a meme appears. I don't know where it is, on Facebook probably, and it's a meme gets posted, and it's like the meme format. It's a picture.
Classic meme format
Yeah.
of white text at the top, white text
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
bottom.
and it says, "Looks
Yeah.
like she finally STFU." Not the best meme, really. Could have done better than that. Whole team of writers couldn't do better than that.
Poor.
So the
Yeah, really bad.
Mine was better.
this is more a meme-esque thing, or just anything on the internet. The white text doesn't have a black border around it, and that always annoys me whenever I see that anywhere. It's just I've got to say it. I've got to call it out.
Yeah,
Furious
fair enough.
about it.
Don't talk like that. She's going to come get us. She can
They need to
hear
get
us.
some autoids
God.
on the production cast to just
Yeah.
like
That's what they need.
verify their memes.
Can't use that word, Jordan.
That's what we are.
I've made a one huge terrible faux pas, Jordan. So we got to keep it straight now for the rest of the episode.
What was your faux pas?
I
Max?
thought a person was a male and they weren't a male.
That's not.
That's bad. That is
I thought you
bad.
were still talking
That's
about. I still thought you were talking about the faux pas of your Rihanna accent.
No, that was fine. That was all,
That was bad.
that's all above board. It's all above board. All right. What happens? They just sit there for a minute. It's all really muffled and they're panicking. Her alarm goes off. She starts laughing. She set an alarm. They got a test tomorrow. Really kind of reminds us the situation we're in, kind of versus what normal life is like, I guess. That's what they're trying to do.
Why would you have an alarm for the day before a test?
For a test. Oh, you
Just
could
go to
go to
bed.
bed. Go to bed, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't paying
She
attention.
says, "Mitch, do you
Really?
hate me?" He says, "I don't hate you," which is good. The Blair Mitch project is still on. Billy comes in with, "Never have I posted a video of drunk Laura." Laura messages Blair while the countdown's going, saying, "I know it wasn't you, Blair." Blair's like, "Oh, it wasn't him. Leave us alone." She's like, "Why are you defending him?" That's it. Blair sells out Mitch. She snitches. She says, "Okay, it was him." Instantly cut to Mitch putting like something through his eye. I don't know.
It's the knife from
that he was
earlier.
trying to brandish the boobs with.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
He,
Stabs it through his.
I literally don't
He
pay
jokes
attention.
it like he does with the pencil.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
cool.
Straight into his face.
Pretty rubbish death, really. The straighteners or the curlers were better.
The curlers. I really enjoyed Ken's death. It's super violent.
Yeah.
I think the cutting that it like glitching around is quite cool actually because you're like, oh
Yeah.
god, what is going to be the next shot?
Yeah. Stressful, isn't it?
Yeah. What he's doing his throat. I couldn't handle that. That was crazy.
Nah.
All right, so you think, oh, great, Blair survived. She's good friends with Laura. And then a final countdown starts. You're like, oh, what's happening? Sad music plays. Like her iTunes comes up and starts playing some sad song. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
I can't remember it. It was good though.
Oh no, it's
about
it's
a
something
lie.
about the
It's that
lies you tell.
playlist. Yeah, it's a whole
Lies you
playlist.
tell. There you go.
Yep. Blair's whimpering and crying and looking at pictures of them together, going, "Look, can't you see? Look, we were friends." Timer counts down. It's still going. Then the video has been posted and it shows poopy pants again. So it's like, yeah, it's
That's definitely how you wrote that. In your
yeah,
notes,
yeah.
isn't it?
With oh yeah. So we see the video. We see the video where she was drunk and she's pooed her pants, and then we finally see the last bit of the video where Blair turns it to her face and says, "Oh, we got her" or something.
Yeah, I got her.
Yeah.
I got her.
That's it. The video's been posted. Everyone starts posting on it saying Blair's a bitch. She cries a bit, and then it's the jump scare, the only jump scare of the whole movie, and the laptop slams shut, and you're like, what's going on? Because now it's kind of like a little bit like pulls you out of it a bit, doesn't it? And then a ghost kills her. Like that's it.
Well, you see the ghost. You see Laura Barr's face. That absolutely scared the shit out of me last night.
Did it?
Because I was kind of distracted because I was messaging a couple of people while I was watching this,
Yep.
and then I was like, oh, I heard the I like turn back and I just see the video slamming. I mean the computer slamming, and then just that ghost face, and I was really made me jump. Really unpleasant. Didn't need it. Didn't need it that time of night. Just trying to go to sleep after that.
Good. All right, that's the film. Not bad. Scores on the doors. So you can do whatever ranking system you want. So Jordan P, let's go first.
4 out of 10 spooks.
Okay. Timmy.
Oh, sorry, my internet's messing up again. If you already said my name, I can give it a 4 as well out of 10.
4. Thomas.
Yeah, I think a 4.
I'm going to go ahead and say 30 out of 100, which is a 3 out of 10. So, yeah, I don't like
just
it.
say 3 out of 10 max.
No, I always do out of 100.
Maverick.
Yeah. So pretty shit. So now it's time for the part of the show which we've renamed to Fecal Sequels. So, the whole point is...
Have we actually?
Yeah,
I didn't know this is what we were
it's time for Fecal Sequels. Yeah. And
I don't like this name.
the idea is that everyone should have an idea for a sequel. Money is no issue. The cast is no issue. But you just get one. So what are you going to do? So we'll go the other way around. So Tom.
I was really trying to think like how you could bring this forward into the modern day. So I was thinking basically just like a rehash of it, basically, but with a new cast. Like maybe they're brothers or sisters, or they're at the same school or something. And basically,
A year later.
Yeah, like a year later, or like 5 or 10 years later, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it would essentially just be the same film, if I'm honest with you. But maybe they're all on. I think it would be on phones this time. I think it'll be FaceTiming.
Yeah. Nice.
So there'd be more mobile. So
House
like
party app.
Or house party app. That could be. I mean, it would be set in quarantine time.
Okay.
That's what I would set it in quarantine time.
Nice.
Because then nobody can actually come and help each other. And then they're on their phones, so they're like running around or something. I think that'd be quite cool.
Nice.
You can maybe mix it with some kind of virus type thing going on outside. I don't know.
Yep.
There's plenty of ways you can go with it.
Anyways, Tim.
I'd do it. I guess you've got to kind of stick with that format a little bit, but I'd have it more that it's more modern, so they're walking around. They've probably all got, let's stick with the Apple stuff, say AirPods in, and we're kind of mixing it with Final Destination, so they're out and about. They're kind of, something happens on their big call that like distracts them, and all of a sudden they're hit by like a truck, or they're kind of more Final Destination style kills that are frankly a bit better, big set pieces. And people actually going out and about, walking around, interacting with things is a bit more interesting to watch than watching a screen for an hour and 20 minutes.
Fair enough. Jordan.
So mine is a modern adaptation. It's on House Party. Very, very similar setup to the actual film that we've just watched. But the kind of side piece to it is that not only is this app killing people, there's someone that's kind of been so bullied, but it's also stealing their data. Topical.
Oh, wait, are you saying the app itself
is killing kids, right?
Oh,
and then stealing their data and then assuming that identity and going out into the public and committing heinous crimes.
The app is committing crimes.
The app is creating like a little like clone army, but it's stealing all the data from the kids so it can assume all of their like favorite music, they can basically create like a character off the back of the data they've stolen from House Party.
Oh, okay, so not actual physical clones walking around in the real world.
No, it's like
internet
e-crime. It's e-crime.
E-crime. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I like
Identity theft, the movie, Jordan.
Yes, correct.
But also ghosts.
Also ghosts.
Yeah, also
viruses.
Nice.
I like it.
It's a blend.
All right, so mine is a little bit different. I was thinking, how on earth could a demonic entity get into the internet and have all these powers? It doesn't make sense unless someone allowed it to do that. So I was thinking, who controls all these apps? Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Apple, Tim Cook, Bill Gates. They have made a pact with the devil, and in return for eternal life or something like that, they are letting these demons go into the internet, and that's where my idea ran out. But there's a plot there somewhere.
So is this film about?
They try and retain them in the black web.
The black web. Yeah.
The dark web, and then they escape out of the dark web into the real web.
Yeah.
Ooh, so there's an actual spooky web, basically.
Yeah, the
Spooky
dark web
web.
is actually called the spooky web.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the actual name of it.
I like it.
Oh
Yeah, so
god.
it's a good premise. Yeah, good premise.
Right, very good. I reckon that's the episode. I've enjoyed it. I'm not looking forward to trying to edit this and seeing if we can make the video aspect work, especially
I'll have fun,
considering
Max.
there was a cut in the middle. But we'll see what happens. So, anyone else
Jam
got?
it together.
Yeah, we'll jam it. Anyone else got anything
What
else they want to say?
What we're talking about next? And what's going on?
We don't have a plan. This is the end of our May schedule, so we'll think of something and we'll post it on the old Instagram probably. But might not be the most interesting thing if we just come up with random ideas and then don't actually do them.
Well, talking of social media, I think
Yeah.
Tim might want to lead us off
Yeah,
to
I think so.
the social
Here we
details.
go. So as Max said, we're on Instagram. Follow us at Crap Movie Club as our handle, and we're on all good streaming services.
Very good. And if
Back up
this
to you, Max.
if this gets made, it will go on YouTube as well. We do have a YouTube account currently with nothing on it, but yeah, this will go on YouTube. Yeah, cool. All right, well that's it from me. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much for Tom, to Tom, for joining us again.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks again.
My
Tom.
pleasure.
Thanks Jordan.
Cheers.
Thanks Tim.
Thanks, Max.
Thanks Billy227. Wait a minute.
Wait.